What is time? Newton treated it as an absolute background, an empty stage on which events occur, ticking away at the same rate everywhere in the universe regardless of what was happening in it. Einstein replaced that with something more exotic: time as a dimension woven together with space, running faster or slower depending on how fast you're moving, or how deep you are in a gravitational field. Both of these are descriptions. Neither of them is an explanation. Neither tells you what time actually is. In wave physics, time is the dimension of change. In order for anything to change from one state or condition to another, the dimension of time is a necessary factor, and the membrane has a minimum unit of change: the tick. The tick is the smallest interval in which the membrane can update its state. It is the universe's hardware refresh rate. Everything that happens in multiples of ticks. Each tick, the membrane sheds its prior configuration and settles into the next one. This process we call exuviation, from the Latin word for the cast-off skin of an animal. The membrane doesn't gradually transition from one state to the next. It updates discretely, the way a digital display updates, one frame at a time. The tick is not an external clock imposing updates on the membrane from outside. It is the membrane's own minimum unit of mechanical action. The membrane updates because it is always in motion. The background ripple we detect as the cosmic microwave background is evidence of that perpetual activity. If the membrane could somehow be held perfectly still, there would be nothing to update, and time in any meaningful sense would cease. Any record of the past is not stored in the membrane itself, at least as far as it seems at this stage of understanding. The membrane carries only its current state. Whatever record exists of what has come before is encoded in the structure of complex matter, the arrangement of atoms, the chemistry of molecules, the neural patterns of brains, the sedimentary layers of rocks. The membrane has no memory. The past is not merely forgotten. At the membrane level, it was never recorded in the first place. That irreversibility is the mechanical origin of the arrow of time. To be clear, we casually use the word time for at least two distinct concepts. The first is the passage of time. This is a property of the membrane itself, the universal tick rate arising from the membrane's perpetual mechanical activity. The second is the experience of time. This is a property of matter. A stable mass persists through successive ticks, reconstructing its structure with each update. That ongoing reconstruction is what it means to experience time. The experience of time is the work of staying coherent across ticks. Radiation has no such experience. A wave passes through the membrane, and the membrane returns to flat. There is no persistent structure to reconstruct. Radiation exists within the passage of time. Ticks causally order its emission and absorption, but it has no means of recording state changes. This is why light does not age. It moves through time, but nothing is retained. This distinction, passage versus experience, is an important one. In the next video, we'll look at electromagnetic energy and its essential nature as a wave in the membrane.